Gravity Gabs, Season 1, Episode 2, The Legend of the Gobblewonker. Welcome back to Gravity Gabs, the show that believes family bonding is best achieved by chasing lake monsters with a disposable camera. Today we're recapping Gravity Falls Season 1, Episode 2, The Legend of the Gobblewonker. Dipper and Mabel are amped for Family Fun Day. Unfortunately, Grunkle Stan's definition of fun day is highly negotiable and includes exactly two activities: standing in lines and paying for things you didn't want. The twins are ready to bail when an old fisherman named Manly Dan throws a boat like it owes him rent, and another local, Old Man McGucket, bursts onto the scene screaming about a lake monster, the Gobblewonker. It's got a neck like a garden hose and a face only a blurry photograph could love. Dipper's eyes light up like he just found a 2-for-1 deal on cursed journals. Mabel is in because chaos is her cardio. And Stan? He demands they stick with him for quality family time, which is basically a threat. We immediately have a choice: spend all day with Stan at the fair while he grifts carny games, or go monster hunting with a man who smells like bait and regret. The twins choose the smell of adventure. They rent a boat and pick up McGucket as their guide, which is like hiring a raccoon to lead you to the trash. Effective, alarming, and surprisingly on brand. Dipper becomes a mission commander. He's brought everything: binoculars, a map, and the holy relic of 2012, an entire disposable camera brick. Mabel brings enthusiasm, a sweater, and at least 3 hats that all say Captain. So yes, leadership is a group project now. Out on the foggy lake, the vibe shifts. The cliffs watch them like teeth. The Pines kids are buzzing with sibling energy, Dipper hunting data, Mabel hunting drama, and McGucket muttering prophecies that sound like someone turned a shopping list into a haunting. The water slaps the hull. There's a ripple. Then a shadow slides just below the surface. The camera clicks like it's trying to keep up with their heartbeat. Cue the monster. A long neck breaks the water, followed by humps that glide like stitched-together barrels. It bellows, the boat rocks. Dipper shrieks in triumph. Mabel shrieks in delight. McGucket shrieks because that's his neutral setting. They give chase. Every time Dipper lines up the perfect shot, the boat hits a wave or the lens cap says, "Hi, I'm still on, thanks." This is what we call the scientific method: attempt, fail, repeat, yell, hold still at a cryptid. Meanwhile, back on land, Stan is wandering the fair alone, trying to have fun with a plastic photo cutout and a funnel cake. He keeps trying to engage families in classic Stan bonding and keeps getting rejected like a coupon that expired in 1998. He tries the ring toss. He tries to force a prize negotiation. He tries to look like he's having a blast, but the camera catches something else: loneliness under the bluster. Stan's a grump, sure, but he's also a guy who forgets how to be soft until there's no one around to see it. Back to the chase. The kids barrel into the lake's hidden caves, a dripping cathedral of echo and bad choices. The monster's silhouette snakes through the stalactites. Dipper finally nails a full-body shot, except the camera whirs and sputters, and he realizes he's used nearly all the film on blurry close-ups of his own finger. This is the curse of analog. You don't know you failed until it is way too late to be cool about it. They corner the Gobblewonker on a rocky shelf. It rises, roars, and then it glitches. The head stutters. The neck freezes mid-swerve. Our terrifying beast is, in fact, a gargantuan, remote-controlled fake, gears, pulleys, and plywood dreams. Controller in hand, McGucket admits it. He built it himself. Why? To get attention. To be noticed. To feel like people would look at him again the way they used to. He didn't want to be invisible. He wanted to be legendary. The twins deflate, but only for a second. Because the twist is, there was no monster. The twist is, there was a person under the myth, and he's hurting. Mabel responds first, because of course she does. She tells McGucket that people will listen even without the robot Lake Nightmare. He doesn't fully buy it. He's halfway through pitching a smaller, angrier robot, but the point lands. Sometimes the loudest cry for help looks like a sea serpent built out of scrap metal and stubbornness. They motor back to shore, film spent, truth in hand. Dipper looks at the wad of ruined photos and realizes he chased proof so hard he forgot to enjoy the adventure happening right next to him. He wanted to be the one who caught the impossible, framed it, and held it up to say, "I was right." But being right and being present are not the same thing. On the dock, Stan is waiting. He tries to act annoyed, like he couldn't possibly care where they went, but he gives himself away immediately. He missed them. They apologize for ditching. He pretends to hold a grudge for about 3 seconds and then proposes a new family fun day plan that involves every fair game they can't possibly win. It's not the lake monster of Dipper's dreams, but it's honest. It's them. Let's talk themes. First, attention versus connection. McGucket builds a spectacle to fill a hole in his life, but it doesn't work. The twins chase a spectacle to fill a hole in their afternoon, and it also doesn't work. What actually works is choosing each other. The show keeps saying it with a smirk. People are harder to understand than monsters, and also way more worth the effort. Second, myth-making. Gravity Falls loves a good hoax because hoaxes and legends are siblings. One is designed to trick, the other is designed to teach. The Gobblewonker is both, a lie that reveals a truth. The town will still whisper about a creature in the lake after this episode. Maybe not a robot, maybe not real, but the story now carries a new center. Attention hurts when it replaces affection. Third, the cameras. Dipper treats cameras like proof machines, but cameras are also memory machines. His photos didn't prove the monster existed, but they did prove something else. How it felt to be out there with Mabel, laughing and yelling, and getting it gloriously wrong. The pictures are bad, but the day is good. Character check-in. Dipper learns that obsession can make you miss the joke, the joy, the people. He'll still chase mysteries, of course he will, but this episode nudges him to lift his head and look at who's in the boat with him. Mabel continues to be aggressively pro-fun. She's not careless, she's careful about what actually matters. She sees people first, puzzles second, sweaters always. Stan gets an early softening. Beneath the bark is an uncle who wants to be part of the story, not just the grumpy narrator outside it. And McGucket, he's messy, brilliant, and lonely. We will be seeing more of those adjectives later. Favorite comedic beats. Mabel naming every hat Captain because leadership is about branding. Dipper treating a disposable camera like sacred tech from a lost civilization. McGucket's paranoid nautical rambling, which reads like if a sea shanty married a conspiracy forum. And Stan trying to negotiate with a carnival worker like he's buying a used car from someone who is, unfortunately for Stan, extremely familiar with Stan. Lessons we didn't ask for but needed anyway. 1. Chasing the extraordinary is fun, but bringing someone with you is better. 2. Proof is cool, presence is cooler. 3. If an old man invites you to hunt a lake monster and the boat smells like old fish and welding fumes, you're about to have a great day or a very short one. Either way, bring snacks. Power rankings for the episode. S tier, Mabel's hat collection and emotional intelligence, which is just as loud. A tier, Dipper's leadership skills when he remembers to delegate to reality. B tier, McGucket's engineering, which is wildly impressive and morally flexible. Wildcard tier, Stan's lonely funnel cake, which will haunt me longer than any fake serpent. Before we close, a quick lore whisper. Gravity Falls keeps sliding little truths under the door. Not every monster is real, but not every hoax is harmless, and somewhere in the middle is the beating heart of the show. Kids trying to understand the world while the world keeps wearing masks. If episode 1 was Welcome to Weird, episode 2 is Weird is built by people. Keep your eyes open for both kinds. That's our recap of The Legend of the Gobblewonker. If you're enjoying this series, follow the show, drop a 5-star review that includes the words "Lake Monster Logistics," and share this with someone who once wasted an entire roll of film on their thumb. I'm your host, reminding you, it's okay if the photo is blurry. What matters is who's in the frame with you. See you next time for episode 3, where the mystery moves from the water to the well, let's say the merchandise aisle, and leave it at that. Bring your curiosity, your courage, and a camera with the lens cap off.